Hello and welcome back to a new session on mathematics. Today we'll be starting our first chapter, that is integers. So let's get started and see what is in whole for you all. As I already mentioned the name of the topic, but let's see what are the contents and recall all our basics that we are already aware, check our previous knowledge and then get started with this chapter. So here it is. So under this topic, definitely we will check our previous knowledge and then we will also do addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction of what? Definitely the integers. Then we will also be learning the properties, then also seeing the other mathematical operations, that is multiplication and division and related properties to them. Alright, so let's get started. So you all can see this image, right? So what do you see? What do you observe here? They are stars. Can you count them? So let's try counting them. So how do you start counting the stars? Obviously, right? From 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we start counting from 0, minus 1, minus 2? 9, right? So it is 1, 2, 3. So how many can you count? They are countless. Correct? You use the word, they are countless. So whenever you start counting with 1 and you go on, right? So these numbers are called as natural numbers. So natural numbers starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And it is endless. And this family of numbers are called as natural numbers. So what comes next? Next comes a whole number. Why do you call it as a whole? Is it because it has the image? You can see there's a woodpecker making a hole in it. And how does this hole look like? Right? A hole looks like a 0. That is the reason. No, not really, but yes, it is easier for us to relate between a 0 which looks like a hole to a whole. So yes, that is why we call them as, not any mathematical relation here, but yes, logically we can connect them. And they are called as whole numbers because they have 0 along with the natural numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why do you think we need this whole numbers, right? We can start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. But we are stuck here. Why? To write the next number, we need the help of 0. Right? Otherwise, I cannot frame the next number which comes after 9. That was the drawback of the tally which was used long time back, wherein we used 1, 2, 3, 4 and we slashed it saying 5. These were the type of usage of in olden days, in the olden era, or should I say in the golden era. That was how we used to write numbers as. So what comes after 9? To tell, it is 10, right? We need the help of 0. So yes, 0 is needed, though it does not have any significance. Or how will I show you 0? When I say I have nothing, right? It is nothing, but I'm saying I have no pens. Or I can also say I have 0 pens. But for me to show I have 10 pens, I need the help of 0. So yes, what comes after 9? It is 10. Alright, so next moving on to our today's topic, integers. As you all can see, there's a rabbit and we all know rabbits love carrots, right? But this rabbit wants to eat carrot, so obviously it has to pull out the carrot from the ground, right? To pull out that carrot from the ground, we all know that the carrots grow under the ground. If I consider this ground as the 0 level, right? The ground level is considered as 0 level, and if I go above the ground level, the values, right? Like climbing stairs, right? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. But now the carrot is under the ground. So I have to go below the zero level. How would I go below the zero level? So I need the help of the negative numbers. So it would be -1, -2, and so on. Okay? So these kind of numbers are called as integers. So positive numbers, that is above the ground level, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are all positive numbers. So the minute I go below 0, they become negative numbers. So positive numbers along with negative numbers together form integers. Okay? So the other way of, do we use integers in our day-to-day life? Anything under the ground. Okay, we logically connect. Is there any other way of representing these integers? Do we need integers? Where do we come across this negative numbers? Not just which is below the underground, but also say the temperature of a place, right? If it is too hot, obviously you will say 40 degrees, right? Obviously even for 30 you might feel hot, but it's tolerable, right? 30 degrees is tolerable. We'll switch off on the fan and we will see. But anything that is going beyond a certain level is not able to tolerate, then we need something else, right? The help of air conditioners and so on, right? Coolers and different stuff. But yes, these are positive temperatures. But what about the places where there is a snowfall? Do we think, what do you think the temperature there could be? Right? Definitely not anything in positive. So 0 means, anything, during the winters here itself, we start to shiver. Right? The temperature there, here starts dropping below 20 and somewhere between 15 degrees, depending upon the places that you stay. 15 degrees we start, wearing double blankets, sweaters and stuff. What if it goes below 0? Does it go below 0? Yeah. There's a place in Russia where the temperature is below 70 degrees. Below 70 mean? When I use the word below, I'm talking about -70. So that is the recorded lowest temperature in the world. So yes, -70. In places like in Canada, the temperatures go below -15, -20, and so on. There are different regions in this. What about in the Greenland? Or should I say Arctic and Antarctic? So it is -40, and there are places where the temperatures have been recorded in minus degrees. So yes, so these are, if we didn't have negative numbers, how would we represent this? Have you thought of it? If not, then you should think of it. All right, so let's move ahead and see, do we need negative numbers? First thing is yes, right? We have seen the usage of negative numbers, and I absolutely feel we do need negative numbers to, okay, how is it relevant to you? I spoke about places like Russia, Arctic, Antarctic and Canada. Even in Kashmir, Shimla, Manali, right? The regions where these places are on higher altitude, definitely, okay, we are in, say, sitting in Karnataka, right? The temperature, then how is this negative numbers relevant to me? How? Right? Especially people who are doing farming, right? They need to be aware of the negative temperatures. Why? I said ground level is 0 level, right? So anything below. Now I do not need the carrots. All the time I can't keep pulling the carrots, right? What if I don't grow carrots? Then what? How is the relevance? To indicate the level of water in our farmlands, right? Not just in the farmlands, we use water in the cities also, right? To obviously they are below the ground level, to indicate that we do need the help of negative numbers. Yeah, so now we know why we need negative numbers, and we have understood what are negative numbers. So let's summarize all this number family, how they all stand. So first, we also, when we join school or when we start speaking, actually, mothers or our parents start to teach us numbers. How do they teach us? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go on. They make poetry of this, and right. So these numbers are numbers which we actually start to learn counting. So these natural numbers are also called as counting numbers. So counting numbers are nothing but natural numbers, and they start from, right, they start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and goes on, and they are countless. Alright, so after natural numbers, what did we do? We added a 0 to this, right? So 1, 2, 3 and so on, and then we added what? To include a whole. Remember, whole and whole are rhyming words. They do not have actually any relation, but yes, it helps us to remember that it has a whole which looks like a 0, and 0 along with natural numbers become whole numbers, right? Then comes our next family, that is integers, which includes the numbers which are beyond 0. That is what? Negative numbers. -1, -2, -3 and so on. Okay. After this, do we have any number family? Yes, we do have number family which is beyond this. But we will learn them in our upcoming classes and also in the higher classes. Why do I say upcoming classes? Yes, because you have one more number family which you will be learning later. But remember, whatever we learn in this chapter, that is the base, and that would be the next number family is an extension of this family. So you should be very strong with these basic concepts. So please pay attention. All right, so let's see. That is the rational numbers which we'll be learning very soon in our upcoming classes, as I have already said. All right, so let's see. Now coming to how do we represent these numbers on a number line. We have learned how to represent numbers on the number line. We have also learned how to add on the number line, right? Basically adding of natural numbers. Now let's see how we can extend this to integers. So this is the way, as I said, 0 and beyond this are natural numbers. We have seen them, and below this is the negative. Remember, the spacing between each number is of equal. Like though our scales just start measuring from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Certain scales are limited to 10 centimeters, certain to 15. Certain scales are of 30 centimeters, and some we do have seen meter scales. Who uses meter scale? Usually we have seen it with the tailors. Right? If you have not seen, visit a tailor and you will definitely, you can see the meter scale with them, or a cloth shop to measure the cloth, right? They make use of the meter scale. Now let's see how this number line is. The central point is 0, and to the right we have positive numbers, to the left we have negative numbers. Okay? Now let's see. Let's recall how do we add these numbers. So first question here is 2 plus 3. Your starting point here is 2. So where is the 2? Here. So what do we do? How do we add 3 to it? So from 2, right? So we start off from 2 and jump 3 places to the left or the right. Right. So whenever you see a plus 3, positive 3, so you will go to the right. So jumping from here, 1, 2 and 3. So what is your answer now? It is 5. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Well done. Let's see the next question. Negative 3 plus 4. So what is your starting point here? Negative 3. So you start off with negative 3. But how do you move? To right or to the left? See, you have a positive 4. So whenever you see a positive number, you always move to your right. So let's move to the right. How many places do you move? 4 places. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So negative 3 has been added to 4. So what is the number or what is the answer? It is 1. So negative 3 plus 4 is 1. Great. Good job. Good going. Let's keep moving. So let's see the next set of numbers. Again, it is negative 5 plus 3. So I have my starting point here is negative 5 and I move to right or to the left? Right. I move to the right. So yes, 1, 2 and 3. So what would be your answer? It is negative 2. Clear? Yeah. Let's see the next question. Negative 3 plus 4. So again, I'm at negative 3 and in which direction am I moving? In the right direction. Right? So 1 and how many places? 4 places. So let's move 2, 3 and 4. And we get what? 1. Clear? So yes, negative 3 plus 4 will give me 1. Good job. So I hope the additions on the number line is clear to you all. So whatever I have said to you till now, I have put all these points together so that the concepts to you are really clear. Right? These are important points which you cannot afford to forget. So let's do a quick recap of what we have learned till now. So to add a positive integer, we move to the right on a number line. To add a negative integer, we move to the left of the number line. Did we do till now? Not yet, but yes. Then when two positive integers are added, then we get a positive integer. When two negative integers are added, still we get a positive integer, but it has a negative sign. Let me add that point to you, but it will have a negative sign. Right? What do I mean by that? Say for example, minus 3, minus 2. Both are negative numbers. Correct? So when I add these two negative numbers, so for a moment, since both signs are negative, right? So minus 3, minus 2. So I will add the two numbers. 3 plus 2 is 5. But since both are having negative signs, I simply write the negative sign along with the final answer. I hope this is clear to you, right? What happens if one is negative, one is positive? We have just seen it. The value gets, actually we are subtracting. Really? Yes. But then what about the sign? We will look into it. We will solve few questions based on that so that things are clear. Now, this is the question. What is the problem with 3 minus 4? I have 3 and I have to subtract 4. From where will I bring the 4th now? How can I subtract when I have only 3? Right? Say I have 2 pencils and I have to share it with 3 people. 3 people are asking me. What do I do? Can I give my 2 pencils to the 3 people here? It's difficult, right? Think about it. So what is the problem? I have lesser number, right? Lesser number, but more in demand, right? So so what do we do? I have 3. So first I will subtract 3. What am I left with? Nothing. Nothing means 0. So now from 0 you have to remove one more. So what the result is? 1 less than 0, or I can say it is as minus 1 or negative 1. So 1 less than 0, right? So that is negative 1. Okay? Now, let's see how subtraction happens with whole numbers, and then we'll proceed to the integers. Subtract 4 from 7. How do we subtract 4 from 7? From 7. So 7 from 7, I have to remove 4. So 7 minus 4 is 3, correct? So on the number line, if I have to do, what do I do? From 7, I move backwards, right, to my left, because minus 4. So whenever, remember the tips that I had lined up for you? Whenever you have plus 4, you move to the right, and whenever you had negative 4, you move to your left, right? So yes, when you move towards your left 4 times, the final answer that you get is 3. Got it? So subtracting 7. So subtracting 7. But what are you subtracting? 4. So 4, you're subtracting 4 from from 7 gives you 3. Now find a number which added to 4 will give you 7. So let me do this. So find a number which added to 4. You have to add to 4 to give you 7. How will you get to that? How many do you need to add? You have 4, but you want 7. So to reach to 7, how should I do it? So let's see again with the help of a number line. So I need to move forward how many steps? 3 steps. So if I add 4 to 3 will give me 7. So I jump 3 positions to give me 7. Clear? Good job. We are going great. So next question here is subtract 2 from minus 3. So how do we write it mathematically? This is in the statement form, right? Statement. This is in the statement form, but this is mathematically written. So minus 3 minus 2. So what happens? Basically, we are adding 2 numbers which have same signs. So ignore the signs for a moment, okay? And you will get the final answer. Don't believe me? Let's verify on the number line. So I have a number line where my starting point is negative 3. So from negative 3, now minus 2. So minus 2 means I have to move to my left. How many places? 2 places. So when I move to my left by 2 places, what do I get? I get negative 5 as my final answer, right? So negative 5 is my answer. Technically, what did I do? I have added the 2 numbers, that is 3 plus 2, that is 5, and I have just placed the negative sign there. I hope you all are following it, right? So subtraction of 2 negative numbers is nothing but inverse of addition. So that is it. Now you have to find a number which added to 2 will give you negative 5. So if I use the same number line, you are at the point 2, but you need negative 5 as an answer. So how many numbers do you need to add? Or should I say you need to subtract? What do you do? Let's have another number line and see how many places I need to move. So, will give me negative 5. So starting from 2, right, will give me negative 5. So how many places do I need to move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. I have moved 5 places. Have I reached to negative 5? No. So let's move again. 6 and 7. To get the answer of negative 5, I moved how many steps? 7. So how do I write this? So plus 2 minus 7 gives me the answer as negative 5. Following, right? Good job. Good going. So let's do few calculations on the number line to make our concept stronger. So negative 4, negative 3 is equal to what? So what is my starting point? Negative 4. Now what do I need to do? What is the next number? Negative 3. So which direction should I move? To the right or to the left? It is negative 3. So I move to the left. Right. By how many positions? By 3 positions. 1, 2, and 3. So where do you reach after 3 positions? You reach to minus 7. Got it? So yes, negative 4, negative 3, or should I say minus 4, minus 3 will give me minus 7. Now, moving with the next question. Here the starting point here is 4. Now it is negative 9. Okay, so you have to move 9 positions in which direction? Right or left? Correct. So let's move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are we there yet? No. 8, 9. I have moved 9 positions to my left to get what? My final destination, that is minus 5. I hope you all are following it. Alright, so you can always practice integer subtraction or addition till you get the, till you are well versed with it on the number line. That is more easier, and you will understand it more quickly and easily on the number line. Today's challenge. So what is the challenge question here? What do you need to do here is, this is a challenge question for you all. You do it yourself and compare your answers with your friends. So what is the question here? The water level in a well was 30 meters below ground level during the rainy season. Rainwater collected in different water tanks was drained into the well, and the water level in the well rises by 10 meters above the previous level. The wall of the well is 1 meter 10 centimeters high, and pulley is fixed at the height of 90 centimeter. Jaina wants to draw water from the well. What is the minimum length of the rope that she can use? Tricky? Yes, that is why I call this as a challenge question. All right, so let's keep moving forward. Now, what is the negative of 0? What is the negative of 0? We said, what is the negative of 1? Minus 1. 2, minus 2. But 0? 0, remember, 0 is neither positive nor negative. So, remember this point. 0 is a number. That's it. It's like a middle point. You move to the right, you will get all the positive numbers. You move to the your left, you will get all negative numbers. Or should I say starting point, or should I say it's like a mirror, right? In the next class, you will understand. Actually, we will keep a mirror at 0 and see what happens. 1 positive numbers on the right and negative numbers on the left. So 0 is what? Neither negative nor positive number. Got it? Let's see the next. What is the sum of an integer and its negative? Sum of an integer and its negative. So for example, should I pause for a while for you to answer this? All right. So let's take an example. Sum of an integer. Okay, so you have to add an integer and its negative. So as I said, 2 is my integer and its negative would be negative. Sum of it means I have to add them up. So 2, so 2 is a number. I've taken a negative number, that is minus 2. I need to add them up. So what happens? 2 plus of minus 2. It is, if I draw a number line, say 0, 1 and 2. My starting point is 2. So what do? I need to move. Negative 2 has to be added. Negative number. So which direction will I move? To my left. So 1 and 2. Where am I? At the 0 point. So the answer for this is equal to 0. This is for your understanding only. So answer is 0. Clear? Let's see the next. Is 10 minus of minus 10 equal to negative 10, negative 10? Yes? Then why? No? Then why? Okay, let's see. 10 minus of minus 10. Right? What happens? You are at 10 and you have to subtract 10. So what do? Here, what is negative of negative? Minus into minus is plus. We will be talking more in subsequent classes, but yes. What is minus into minus? Plus 10. So let us consider the LHS, and that is 10 minus of minus 10. So what happens? Why am I not showing with the help of a number line? I need a big number line because the number is big. That is the reason only. So 10 minus of minus 10 is 10 plus 10. And that is what? 20. Okay, this is my LHS. Now let's check what is my RHS. I have negative 10 and negative 10. What did I say? When two numbers are having the same negative sign, what do? We ignore the negative sign for a moment only. Okay, for a moment, and then add up the two numbers. So 10 plus 10, 20. Good job. And then we do what? Simply write the negative sign. Are these two same? No. So LHS is not equal to RHS. This is the reason why they are not equal to. We have proved it. Right? Alright. Let's see the next. Find the value of, what is these two things? Huh? What do you mean by this? What does that indicate? Have you all seen your mothers making tea? Don't tell me we don't drink tea, ma'am. It's like a strainer. What is a strainer? It is like a net, like a surface, okay, where it stops certain things from not getting mixed up. See, when you strain a tea, because tea is an easiest, simplest example that I can think of right now. So what do? When you are straining, you use a strainer. It has a net, right? Obviously, when somebody makes a tea, you will not drink your tea just with the tea leaves, right? You do not want those leaves because they will spoil the taste, correct? So what do? In the last also, if you get really like, we try to remove it off, correct? So now we do not want that bad aftertaste. So what do? We use a strainer. We pour the tea into the strainer and collect the good tea in the cup, and we will enjoy our tea. Now these two lines are like strainers, okay, mathematical strainers. So what do they strain? Whenever you have a negative value, they strain the negativity, right? So in mathematically, it means that absolute value. So absolute value of negative 40 is what? It is just 40. Minus absolute value of negative 3 would be? Fantastic. You are smart kids. So 40 minus 3 is 37. So whenever you see that gates like this, that is to ward off the negativity around you, right? So keep the negativity away. Moving with the next question. Find the additive inverse of negative 40. First, what is the absolute value of negative 20? It is 20. And the additive inverse of this would be negative 20. Clear? I know we haven't discussed about additive inverse, but we will certainly do it. But you will be in a better position later, right? Okay. GPA school organized an apple race. Jaya and Mona participated in this race. The race was conducted in 6 parts. In the first part, Jaya won by 20 seconds. Okay. In the second part, Jaya lost by 2 minutes. So this is plus 20, and here in the lost by 2 minutes. Then she won by 40 seconds in the third round. Won by 40 seconds, and then in the third part, then lost by 2 minutes. Then she won by 40 seconds in the third part and lost by 50 seconds in the fourth part. She lost by 74 seconds in the fifth part. Lost, okay? And won by 24 seconds in the last part. So that is in the sixth part, she won by 24 seconds. Who won the race? Finally, what values? So what values in the school, what values is the school inculcating in the student by organizing this kind of competition? But first, let's see who won. But observe here, there are 2 different usage of units. What do I mean by that? Here I have the time being measured in terms of seconds, here in minutes, and this was seconds only. So how do we use? Remember, whenever you have such kind of questions, remember to maintain the unit. You should have only 1 unit. What do I mean by that? We should have all numbers in the same unit. So now I have seconds, but 1 second part only is mentioned in terms of minutes. So what do I do? So for that, first I will convert that 2 minutes into obviously into the seconds. So 1 minute is how many seconds? 60 seconds. So 2 minutes will be fantastic, 120 seconds. So it is negative 120 seconds. Now that everything is in the same unit, let's add them because we have to check who is 1. So let's see. So 20 minus 120 and plus 40 minus 50, then minus 74, and then plus 24. So when I add them up, quickly you do the math. So let's add all the positive numbers and add all the negative numbers. So what is it? 20 plus 40 is 60. 60 plus 24 is 84. Now let's add the negative numbers. 84 minus 120 minus 50 is minus 170. Minus 170 minus 74 will be minus 244. So when you subtract 4 minus 4 is 0. 24 minus 8 is 160. So negative 160. So what do you think has happened? Has Jaya won? I'm sorry, am I talking about Jaya? Oh, Jaya and Mona. In the first part, Jaya won by 20 seconds. Oh, she has won here. So that means Mona has lost. Okay. Jaya won. Here Mona won. Right? In the second part, Jaya lost. So here Jaya won. Here Mona won. Here Mona won. Here all negative values are meaning that Jaya has lost. But what does that mean? When Jaya has lost, somebody should win. Who has won? Mona. And she's won by how much time? This time. So, and this is for Jaya. So, totally Jaya has won 3 races and Mona has also won 3 races. But who is better? We are not interested in this, right? This is Jaya and this is Mona. Who is better? Whose timing is better? So who do you think has won? Mona has definitely won the race. So by conducting this kind of race in the school, what is the school trying to say? What is the school trying to say? That is what is the last part, right? What values is the school inculcating in the students by organizing this kind of competition? What is it trying to do? The school is trying to inculcate the competitiveness, to take part, right? And also, it also wants to make you realize always winning is not the thing. You learn. You have to learn from your own mistakes, right? We are not perfect. We make mistakes, but a winner is the only person who learns from their mistakes. So these are the values. See here? We are learning integers, but we are also learning moral values. That is also very, very important in our day-to-day life, right? Moving on to the next question. 9 minus 4 plus 3 minus 5 minus 8 minus 6 minus 3 plus 2. It's like a rap song now. Right, yeah. Coming back to the math. Here, you can see there are usage of different brackets. Right? How do you simplify? For this, it is very important that you recall the Bode-Morse rule. What does this Bode-Morse say? This says brackets. So first priority is given to the brackets, then division, multiplication, then comes addition and subtraction. Subtraction is given the last priority. So let's get started. Now again in the brackets, who gets the priority? I can see that there are different types of brackets. So starting with 1, okay, solve that. Then 2, and this is 1, 2, and the square brackets is third. Third Y is a senior. Okay, let's get started. So let's solve this part and this part first. So the remaining is written as it is. 4 plus of 3 minus. Oh, by the way, they are all with this minus sign. So we write them as it is. Minus. Now you tell me minus 3 plus 2 is? Fantastic. Negative 1. And closing off again. Now let's again subtract. Do the operations. 4 plus 3, expanding this. 5 minus 8, minus 3, minus 3 minus 6, minus 9. Fantastic. And now simultaneously also solve this. Minus into minus is plus 1, right? Now again, because this bracket is gone, I do not have to write the bracket again. Okay, closing. Then this and next. 9 minus 4. Now again we still have a round bracket sitting there. Plus 3 minus into minus is plus 9. So plus 9 plus 1. Now we have removed the round brackets. Now the next priority goes to which bracket? Absolutely right. Flower bracket. So 9 minus, let's do the operation here. 4 plus 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. Now do I need to write the brackets? No. Now moving to the square box bracket or square bracket. Right? So now 9 minus is out. So first we have to perform the operation which is inside the bracket. That is 4 plus 13. What will that be? 13 plus 4 is 17. Now tell me, what is 9 minus 14? Oh, sorry, 17. 9 minus 17 would be, subtract it quickly. It would be 8. Is it plus 8 or minus 8? Good job. It is negative 8. So with this, we have come to the end of our today's session. Okay. So today we have learned how to add and subtract, not just on the fingers but also on the number line. I hope the concept of integers is very clear to you all. I'll see you in the next class with properties of addition and subtraction. Till then, keep taking care of yourself. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.